Okay, so I just wanted to show you what I'm having for a pre-workout meal. So I have a bunch of quinoa, and then I threw some organic broccoli and red bell peppers, and then this is some cherry juice that I've really been loving lately. And I have some brown rice cooking for some veggie burgers that I want to make later. And so oops, I got myself off there. I was gonna say, so I'm about to do a 45-minute video from that amazing YouTube channel BeFit, I believe it's called. So if you don't know about them, check them out because they have so many videos. This light is rough. They have so many videos. I've really been love using them lately just for a really quick at-home workout, and they have tons like with equipment and without, so definitely check that out. And so yeah, I'm just gonna go do that workout, make all of this food so I have stuff to eat later, and I'll check in with you later. Bye. Okay, so this is later Friday, and this is just a sandwich with this great, here, I'll show you, grain bread that I really love, and then it has some vegan cheese, cucumbers, lettuce, some mustard, and then I'm having a bunch of grapes with it, and of course some water, and watching the Olympics. Whoop, USA! Are you guys watching too? Comment below what games you love. I am obsessed with watching tennis. I could watch it all day long. All right, talk to you later. All right, so I'm waiting for brunch right now. I have to leave in like an hour, but I'm way too hungry to wait until then. So right now, if I can show you, I'm having some, oh, that didn't work. I'm having some potatoes and broccoli, and then I'm just gonna top it with this taco sauce. This is like one of my favorite go-to meals. It's so easy. I just cook this in the microwave, and it's just really fast, really clean, and I always have this stuff in my house, so that's why I do it so often. So yeah, I'll check in with you later today. Bye. Whew, okay, so it's Sunday, and I just finished like the hardest 20-minute workout I've ever done from that YouTube channel I mentioned. Whew. I was like stressing about when I was gonna work out or if, and I was like, you have a computer, just jump up and do it. So I did, and I feel so much better now. It was so challenging. I had to stop it quite a few times, but I still finished it, which I'm glad about. And I think I'm gonna do an arms workout, and then probably like shower, get ready, make some lunch, which I'll show you, and then just, you know, enjoy the day. Probably do maybe like an hour of playing Pokemon Go or like an evening hike or something, just because I have the day and or the time today, and it'll be really a nice thing to do this evening. So yeah, I hope your Sunday morning was as fun as mine was, and I'll check in with you later. Bye. Just two puppies out for a walk. Huh, Layla? Hello, so I'm out in beautiful Sedona, Arizona. You can kind of see some red rocks back there on about an 8-mile hike today. So it's been so beautiful. I'm so glad I made the huge effort that it was to come out here, because I almost didn't, because it just took way longer to pack and everything than I thought it would. But I kind of made that choice by not packing the night before, which I've always done in the past, and it just really cuts off on the time that you spend, obviously, and then you can get earlier start and hike when it's not 90 degrees out. But oh well. I'll know even more next time I go. Oh, sorry, I have to switch hands. So yeah, today is Tuesday. So I don't think I've mentioned this before, but I was doing a diet bet and I totally failed. I was like 3 pounds off the goal. So that was disappointing, but even though I didn't hit my goal, it really did help me stay on track this month. Because I just have not been, you know, really consistent lately. So that's why I'm up like 10 pounds from my lowest. So I really want to get back there. Well, 8 now. So I just immediately started another diet bet because I still think it's going to help to get there. So that starts today. So I have to weigh in for that tomorrow. So I'll keep you updated, and I'm really just going to challenge myself this time. to like really give it my all, and in the beginning I really didn't, and I think that's why I lost. And I did go on vacation and I had a couple of treats, but because of the diet, but I didn't go, you know, really overboard, and I was really active on my vacation. Like, I walked 10 miles a couple times. I went jogging once. Excuse me. Ooh, I'm gonna stop. I need to breathe a little bit. So yeah, I'm really hoping that that helps me this month. Just, and also school is starting on Thursday, so I really just want to start out the semester great and just, you know, frequent the gym a lot and start going outside now that the heat, I hope, is breaking soon. Oh God, I really hope it is, because I really miss being outside, and that's why I love this hike so much, because I've only been hiking once this whole summer because it was just so hot and I just didn't make it a priority like I did today. So hopefully this diet bet will help me keep on track, and then, you know, the more I work out, the easier school is, the better my grades are. So and then the more I'm at school, the more motivated I am to go to the gym, because it's on campus and it's an amazing gym. So that should be good, and I'm going to try to do a lot more varied things this semester, you know, not just going to the gym and always doing, you know, the elliptical and the bike and the treadmill, but I want to do some classes and, you know, really try to do a long day of hiking like 2 times a month. I can definitely do that if I really try. And also I'm looking into joining a volleyball team and just really kind of try to, you know, swim more and just do more things and be more creative, because I really think that's the only way at this point. I think it might rain. Oh well, I planned for that. Yeah, it's not that dark. What was I saying? Oh yeah, because I think the only way to get to my goal, which is still 20 pounds away, I've already lost like 45, I need to lose another 20 to get to like finally being quote unquote normal weight. And from what I see of women who are 5'8", you know, 165 looks pretty good, and I'm at like 184 right now. So oh wow, we just came up on a beautiful place. Wow, so beautiful. All right, well, I'm just gonna enjoy this scenery and keep it going. I don't know, maybe turn back if it starts raining really badly. And I'll check in with you probably tomorrow. So hope you're having a wonderful day whenever you're watching this. Bye. I'm going to awkwardly turn this off. Bye. Hello again. Excuse me. Oh, that's a great way to start this off. So it is still Thursday. It's now Thursday night at like 9 o'clock. So I had my first day of school today, which went really well. It was really productive day, and it was really nice to just be back on campus with a ton of people there, because I did take summer school, but it's really dead and it's so hot during the summer semester. So it was just really nice to be back on campus and have some new professors, and I have like all of my favorite people from my biochem program in my classes. So that's really nice, and I already have like study groups set up, which is really comforting, because I am taking 18 upper division science credits so I can graduate in December. So that's going to be so much work, like probably more work than I've ever done, and I really need good grades this semester to help my GPA. So, but you know, I'm ready and willing and just ready to dive right in. So the last time I checked in with you, besides the walk this morning, I was on my hike, and so it was really beautiful. I really enjoyed it. It was super relaxing and a great way to end the summer, except the mosquitoes were so brutal at the end. They kind of ruined like the last 2 hours of it, because they were like landing on my face and like getting stuck in my lashes and just like everywhere. So before I go hiking next time, I'm definitely going to invest in some mosquito repellent clothing and this thing that you can like take with you that repels them, because mosquitoes are so incredibly dangerous. I can't just let myself keep getting stung like 20 times every hike or something, because they are really attracted to me. That's kind of like a familial trait. My sister and I, they just really cling on to us. And even if I have off, which I did, and I was spraying it, it just doesn't really work. So I really need to start being more proactive and finding another solution. So, as I believe I mentioned, getting to the trailhead were 5 miles of this dirt road that had a ton of rocks, and I was really out of my comfort zone because there were just so many sharp rocks. And one of my biggest fears of driving is, because I've never changed a tire, is having a tire blow out, and especially if I'm alone, which, I really shouldn't have gone alone. I just really wanted to do something my last day of summer, and I hadn't been to Sedona yet, and that was one of the things I wanted to do that summer, so I just went for it. And so as I was arriving to the trailhead, my check engine light came on, and so I was like, uh-oh, that could definitely be a tire. Something is definitely wrong, or like a rock hit the underside of the engine too hard. So I got out and I looked at all the tires. I looked underneath to see if there was a leak or something, and everything looked fine. So I went on my hike, and then I came back 5 hours later, and I checked the tires. Everything appeared fine to me. And then I went down the road like 0.4 miles, and I heard that horrible like thump 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 sound. So I immediately stopped and got out, and my tire was completely shredded. Like I don't even know how that happened. It must have gone over like multiple sharp rocks, or it was already punctured and then got repunctured a couple of times. But I'll insert a photo like here after this little clip to show you. So I discovered the shredded tire like exactly an hour before sunset, and I was 5 miles away from cell reception alone. As I said, I've never changed a tire. No one has ever like shown me how to change a tire. I just kind of knew the gist of it from hearing people. So I got out my manual and just, got to work, because I was in a serious, scary situation. And so it was a little tricky because I was on sand, and so figuring out how to get the jack to work, I had to get like hunt for like a flat rock to put it on so the jack would finally work. And I was really scared of where to place the jack, and then I had to like jump a bunch of times on the crowbar, or yeah, that's what it's called, the crowbar, to get the nuts and bolts off of the tire. And then I did freak out at one point, and I shed a couple tears because once I finally was able to muscle the new tire on, which was the hardest part because I had to lift it up like exactly 3 inches. And those tires are heavy, so got my upper body workout that day. And so once I finally got it on, only like 3 of the lug nuts, I'm pretty sure that's what it's called. Bear with me for this terminology. Obviously, I don't know that much about cars. But the lug nuts, only a couple of them were fitting. And so I had a little flip out and cried a little bit because I thought that I had bent something by driving on the flat tire, because I had music on, so I wasn't sure exactly when it had happened and if I caught it in time. So I was so scared that I wasn't going to be able to even get the tire on. But then I just screwed all of the other bolts that I could on, and then it fit perfectly, and I got it on tight enough, thankfully, and started going back down the dirt road, and was just like white knuckling it, trying, because I was so scared that I was going to pop another tire, and then I was going to have to like sleep in my car and wait until sunrise, and my roommate would have no idea where I was. So I was just so relieved and so lucky when I finally got out of there and that I got home safely. So that was certainly an eventful day, but hey, at least I faced one of my fears of having to change a tire in a crazy situation. 5 hours of hiking, so tired, so hot, so over being with the mosquitoes, and then having that thing happened. And then was also really crazy to me because just 2 weeks ago, I came back from a week-long amazing trip in Philly where I went to a conference on clinical chemistry. And so when I arrived back in Phoenix, my baggage didn't come, and it was like midnight. So I didn't really care about that because I live like 10 minutes from the airport. But then I, at the time, thought that my phone was stolen because it just was no longer in my bag. So my phone is one of those like wallet phone hybrid. All of my money, all of my cards, my ID. Again, dumb move to travel like that. Definitely won't ever do that again. But all that was gone, so I was stranded at the airport at like 1 a.m. by the time I finally like just admitted that it was gone. And so I like no one was there at the airport. Everyone had gone. Made a bunch of calls to like friends, but they were all sleeping, or no one really answers numbers that they don't know anymore. And then I like asked some of the like one of the security or airport employees rather that was still there for help. He couldn't really help me. Asked the police for help. They of course laughed in my face because why wouldn't they? And then I finally met this super nice cab driver who agreed to take me to my house and be paid, once I got there, which was pretty scary because I had to, tell him that I didn't have a phone or money or ID or anything on me. So again, so lucky that he was, such a nice guy that he was, because if he was, a lesser man, he really could have taken advantage of that situation, and it would have been, a worse move than just staying at the airport and dealing with it in the morning or finding my way to ASU or something. So anyway, someone did turn in my phone, so that was so nice of them. I hope that, they have great karma in the future. I know that they will, because that was just such an amazing thing for them to do. They even returned I had like $90 in my wallet, and they returned that, so that was incredible. And I got my luggage back, so yeah, right back to back, stranded with no phone, had to completely rely on myself. So I really kind of trust myself more and have learned a lot more, and have learned a lot more about traveling and what not to do. And, probably I'm going to take a break from putting myself in those kinds of dangerous situations. I'm pretty ready to be safe and, have a little bit of a quiet, relaxing time and just focus on school and stuff. But, today, I didn't really show you food because I just had like a smoothie and some Taco Bell because I was just really busy and just wasn't really hungry. So I don't really force myself to eat when that happens. And I was going to go to a dance class, but of course I didn't bring my tennis shoes with me, and I didn't have time to grab them before the class started. So instead, I went to a bookstore and picked up this book that I think is going to be an amazing read. It's called 8 Keys to Mental Health Through Exercise, and I bought it because this author, Christina Gibbert, is coming to the bookstore to talk about it. And this is something that I've always or that I've discovered through working out in the last 4 years, that if I don't work out pretty much every day, or every other day, or if I go like 3 days without working out, I really do start to feel depressed, and I just feel really lethargic and just not myself and not happy. Whereas when I do, work out or just do little bits of exercise, like today I took just a 30-minute walk with the dog, walked around campus a little bit, walked around the bookstore for an hour, and I just enjoyed my day so much more. So I'm really excited for this because this provides a lot of scientific evidence as to why that is. And it also, if I can show you, is kind of like a workbook. So there's a bunch of these questions for some reflection and introspection. So I think that will be really interesting. And I've already looked at some of the questions, and oops, sorry, I just got a text and my thumb just went right over the camera. I'll get used to this, guys. I will, I promise. So as I was saying, because I think that's another thing I need to start doing is not only, working out a little bit more, being a little bit more strict with the diet, and doing different kind of workouts, but I think I need to start, just learning more about nutrition and exercise and why it is that we need exercise so much, and just start kind of processing like the reasons that I was obese other than eating animal products, the mental things, why I was overeating, binging. And I think this will be really motivating, especially meeting the author. And she's coming in a week, so I'm going to try to get as much of this done as possible, but I definitely want to have a lot of the questions done, so hopefully I can discuss them with her. Maybe my answers will be interesting to her. If I wrote this book and I was on a book tour, I would definitely be, I would want to know that people were actually using it, how I designed it. So that will be really fun next week, and I'll let you know how that is. So I think I'm going to close out this vlog for this week, and I will talk to you next week. Bye!